Hello, Chase Elliott. Oh, yeah, I made it. Finite World, was you the one that was asking where to eat at Milwaukee? Chase is in London. Yes, I remember you, Chase. Oh, I just checking it out.
What are you doing?
um, Benny's Cafe in Milwaukee is where I went, and they had the best beer batter fish. Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, Pam's sewing logs back there behind me. She'll never miss a lick. But man, it was great. Uh, I can't remember the street, but if you look up Benny's Cafe, it should come up. And I don't know. Here, wait a minute. I can do you one better now. I can give you the address. Now, yeah. As soon as I find it, I keep all my receipts until I get home. Okay. Now, I'm not real fast typer, so read this slow. Okay. Now then. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Man, I got that all messed up. All right, let me try it again here. 3, 5, 4, 27. I'm still working on it. So it's south. Okay. There's the restaurant that I eat at. Of course, they have other stuff there. It is excellent. Hello, Maniac Grammy. Annie, I'm crazy. uh, Pam's had a hard day. But anyhow, Finite World, that's where I ended up going. And it's toward the south end. And they have a whole menu, but I seen beer batter fish, and they come out with 3 pieces of fish that was like that, and it was about that thick, all 3 of them. A big thing of fries, green beans. They brought me a little, maybe about 6-ounce glass of beer. You didn't have to have it, but it all came with it. And a thing of chicken rice soup. And then, after all that, here they come with dessert. And I got a piece of cheesecake with whipped cream on top of it. And the whole thing was $12 and something. Pam, she didn't go because she was wore out on that trip. That was last night. But anyhow, I enjoyed it. He called it, uh, let's see, what did he call it? Some kind of whitefish. And I'm not for sure if it's the same kind of fish that they use for the fish boil, but man, it was good. It doesn't taste like our catfish down in the south. Okay, let me check out. Anna, I'm crazy. Bear with me. It's a little slow. Okay. Well, thank you for coming by. I am bus to you. Uh, he called it some kind of name, but I don't know. But it was a white fish, and it was good and clean. There wasn't no mud in it, like our catfish from the river. It don't get a mud vein in it. But if the person that's cleaning it and preparing it, they cut that out. And I prefer that wang taste of it. Okay, I was wondering how many buses you got because it doesn't show up. And now it's just my personal opinion. If you see somebody that don't have it recorded where you can see how many buses, they may not want to bus to you. Now, if I see that I'm not bust somebody, I go ahead and bust to them because people help me, so I try to help them. Well, that's your personal opinion. Uh, but some people think, well, they've got so many, they're not showing them, so they won't bust to you because they think, well, you're not going to bust back. Hello, Sparky. Oh, it was okay. It was moving finite world there at Green Bay. Now I've got a GPS, so it takes me right through it. So how bad am I lagging tonight? No? Oh, is he in Green Bay? Duh. Green Bay Wacky. I never even thought about that. Hello, YT Gaming. Your new video is funny. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I'm at another motel tonight. Um, I can't even think what the name of it is. But anyhow, we're in Sister Bay, Wisconsin. We're in Door County, Sister Bay, Wisconsin, Door County. Probably said that backwards, but you're not riding a bus? Well, tomorrow I'm going to ride a boat, Ilana. Oh, you can see that it got two beds. Oh, okay. Okay, Maniac Grammy. Let's see. Yeah, it's a quarter after 10 for you. Uh, we're staying here until Monday morning next week, next Monday. So we're just gonna mess around here. We're going to go to Washington Island. We're going to try to in the morning go across on the ferry with the car. Uh, a year ago, we went on the ferry just for passengers, and then took a little trolley tour, and they take you around the whole island. And when they stopped, they said, "Well, go in there, use the bathroom, shop, whatever you want to do, but be back here in 15 minutes." Huh. So I asked the lady, I said, "Is there some place downtown to eat?" Yeah, yeah, you can walk down there. And then when the next tour comes through, we'll pick you back up here. Okay. I said, "Well, as you go by, can you drop us off?" "Oh, no, no, we can't do that." "Well, it's just right down the road there. You can walk from here." I said, "Well, heck, I can walk from here to St. Louis, but I'm not going to do it." What a deal. So I'm going to take my car and I'm going to take my time, and I can drive right up to where we want to go. And Pam can't walk that far. So Sparky, we haven't went nowhere since last October. I keep all my pennies, and then um, I put everything I can on the credit card. I get money back from that, and then I do carry a little cash, and I try to leave it alone in case of an emergency. You just never know. You might be in a situation where you can't use a credit card. So, so Ilana, you say you're going south? It's all the money I'm making off YouTube. I'll have to confess. That's where it is. It's all the money I brought in from YouTube. See, wait a minute. No, no, I haven't. I haven't drawn the first penny. Now it's starting to add up, and there has been people put a few dollars into super chat, which you know I appreciate it, but YouTube takes 30% of whatever you put in, and I don't need it. This is just something to do that's fun. You know, I make videos. I do the YouTube or the live stream. I love talking to you people. Uh, this poor little laptop here, and I put new. Uh, I got 4 gigs of RAM, but I guess it's the processor. And I asked about updating the processor. They said you'd have more money in it than if you just go buy. Excuse me. Than if you just go buy a new computer. Well, see, I don't go that often, so what I do it for us. Yes, I do it for everybody. She ain't missed a lick, and I'm sitting here talking pretty loud. Hotel coffee cup, but don't get confused. That's not coffee. Yeah, if I was to do anything else, I would buy a good one. I I believe what I would do, I would go back up there to where that guy built me that desktop and tell him what I want. But I think you have more wrapped up in a laptop than a desktop. What you drinking, young man? I got I got a little bit of wobbly pop in there. Ken, the long guy. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, $1,200 for a laptop, and I want to give $500 for my desktop. Of course, that's not counting the keyboard, mouse, and monitor. That was just for the tower. Uh, I lied to you. I think I had 580 in it. Yeah, yeah. Well, I like my desktop. I love it. It's got a lot of speed. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, and it's got the i3 processor, and he could have put an i4, 5, or 6, or 7, or whatever, but he said it would have cost me a lot more money. And when I bought that, I wasn't doing live streams, but it just turned out it worked pretty good. Yeah, If you got a good processor, you can add RAM and stuff like that. But like in a laptop, it's harder to take it apart and do that. Now I put more RAM in this myself. Yeah. Well, see, I've only got let's see, I've only got four gigs of RAM in this laptop, but the processor's not that big. And another thing, this had Vista, so I took it to Windows 7, updated it, reformatted it, put it to Windows 7, and then I upgraded to Windows 10. And you can do that, but your your processor just don't have enough poop in its britches to keep going. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, that processor. And see, I've got an i3. Yeah, makes a world of difference. Let's see. They bought out Compact or Hewlett Packard or something. It's me, Brian. Hey, my friend. Thank you for coming. You're coming all the way up here to Wisconsin. And see this laptop don't have, no, neither does my desktop. I It doesn't have a built-in cam, so I can just take it to whatever I want. Now they claim that that's a lot faster. The uh, the one that I bought Pam was a Dell, and they put an SS drive in it, and of course I don't YouTube on it, but when I went to buy mine, I went to that guy and I told him, I said, okay, I want to compare apples to apples. I said, this is what I want. I want the same thing that she's got. I don't want to be sucking hind tit, and I don't want to be more. I want them the same, and that's what he made me. So, and she gets along real good. The only thing she does is email. She does her Facebook and Pinterest, and looks up recipes. But as a rule, she don't have any trouble with it. Okay. Well, Ken, I don't know anything about a Mac. The only thing I've ever experiences Windows. And they claim that the Mac is so much better. Don't know. Probably a lot quicker, isn't it, Ken? Well, if I use a laptop like Iron Dog, that's all he has is a laptop. Then then I would get a real good laptop. But you take your desktop and you can open that up, spray it out, whatever, change stuff around. Like if a CD-ROM goes bad, just open it up, unplug it, take 2 or 3 screws out, pull it out, slip another one in, boom, you're ready to go. If the CD-ROM was to go out on this, I wouldn't be afraid to take a screwdriver and start dropping some screws out of it. But I'm not going to say it would work when I got done. But it would be fixed one way or the other. It'd either work and be fixed, or I'd fix it to where nobody else could fix it. Well, good deal. Okay, this laptop here, I give about $300 in. Okay. Now, I put about $400 in the RAM. I think that might be too high, but I looked it up and I said, how much will this motherboard carry? And it said that you could put 4 gigs, two 2 gig sticks in it, and that's what I bought. Yeah, but it'd be a great challenge to travel with your desktop. I mean, you could, but like here, you just pull your mouse out, your power, your webcam, plug it all in. You're set, ready to go in 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll bet it is. I'll bet that the Mac is a whole different ball game. But we said the same thing about coming from XP clear up to Windows 10. And I've heard people say, oh, I don't like Windows 10. Well, I can't tell you that I like it better. I liked XP, but we don't have no support. And when I bought my computer, uh, my desktops, I'm going to buy the newest operating system that I can buy because I had two old computers. They had been XP. Now I had the knowledge to take them up to Windows 10, but don't do that. That thing locked up tighter than I ain't gonna say anything else. But it just lock up. You'd be going fine and just lock up. And I told Pam, I said, that's it. I'm gonna throw it out to the street, which I didn't, but I uh I said I'm gonna buy you one first because hers was the worst. Uh, let's see, I just took hers to 7, but it's still locked up, and I took mine to Windows 10. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with Windows 7, but when I bought my new desktop, like I said, I want the newest operating system that they make, and then that way it'll be covered for a while. Hello, Theo. Well, I'm a little closer to you, Theo. I'm up in Door County, Wisconsin, right up in the thumb of Wisconsin, right beside uh, Lake Michigan. And the bay's on the other side. I, I don't remember what bay they call it. There's a whole bunch of different towns. It's, Ellis Bay, Sister Bay. I can't name them all, but there's a bunch of them. But I think that I'm not for sure. I haven't tried to update Vista, but I think that they stopped the support with Vista now also. Well, I'm not saying that I'm that smart, but I learned Windows 10 pretty quick, a little bit quicker than the Vista. And I never did have the Millennium 2000. I never did have that. A guy at work had that. It's just whatever you get used to. But like I said, I like XP, but Windows 10 does have some more features. I think that's a little better than the XP once you learn how to use them. Yeah, yeah. It gets easier after you know. The thing that I liked about the XP, if you got into a bind, you could do the system restore just pow, and you could put it right back to where it was. And I know you can do it, but oh my heavens. Okay, got 16. Yep, she's a biggin. I don't understand it all, but I do understand part of it. Intel i7 and this 2.60, that means something. Well, you know it does because they've got it on there. But oh, and it's 8.1. Okay. Now, let me give you a word of advice. It's got 8.1. If they come up with a thing and say you can go to Windows 10, don't do it. Whatever it was built with, leave it there unless you just run out of support. I had 8.1 and it's a good operating system. I like it. Yeah. But see, that's where I run into trouble. I updated it to more than what I had. So, like I say, Sparky, whatever you're set up for, leave it there. Leave it alone. It's working great. And 16 gigs, whew, that should blow your hat off. Just as long as it's not 9 o'clock p.m., it'll shut her down. That where it says GeForce, that is your graphics card. Yeah, you're already past 9. Let's see, it's coming up on a quarter. No, you're on my time. Quarter 10. Yeah, you're on my time. And we're on the same time up here, too. But I guess if you just get across that lake where Iron Dog's at, then it's an hour ahead. Yeah, I understand. It can do a lot more stuff. I would like to know how to do some of the gaming. Uh, I just had XP, and me and two other guys, we would play American's Army. We had a blast. Yeah, that 2 gigs, that GeForce GTX 960M 2 gig, that is a big graphics card. Um, John could tell you how to get on the gaming. He does some weird games. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just different than my cup of tea. But that America's Army, you can't get into it now because all the rooms are called maps, and there's people that owns them. Back in 2004, they didn't care. But now, when you uh, go in the room, they say, "Who are you?" And you say, "Well, I'm just here, just wanting to play," and boom, they boot you right off of there. But that one guy, well, both of the other guys, they got married and got kids, and they just don't have time. They don't have time for Kim Fyffe. They're doing other things. The one guy, he's an electrician, and he owns his own business, and he is commercial. And she wore out. Oh, I won't, Sparky. But this guy, I wanted him to wire my house, or not the whole house, just the service. And I never could get him over here to do it. Oh, you leaving me? Well, you be good. I might try this while I'm up here. Don't have anything else to do. Oh, no, sir. Okay. Well, we said sweet dreams. Okay. Uh, well, like that little sign says, be a sweetie, raise a seed or something like that. I was thinking I'd like to take this laptop outside like Grizz does, but I don't know about the internet. I wouldn't have enough internet if I got very far away. They told me that the internet, the router, was right in the next room from where I'm at. No, I'm not testing nothing. I just put that on there earlier. How are you getting started? It just makes people think, well, what's he testing? 459 buses. Wow, that rabbit. Cool. Well, good deal, Sparky. I'm talking about he's back from overseas for good. No more military. I'll tell you what, it could get pretty serious with Trump in there. He gonna keep messing around. And my theory is, if you're going to do something, don't be sitting there talking about it. Don't be telling the media. Don't let nobody know what you're doing. Do it. Well, I'm tickled to death that he served that long and he's okay, and I'm sure he learned a lot. she at right there? I think that's ketchup. Either that or it's still brown instead of gray. Oh no. He's probably got that ring in his ears. I was around too many motors running. But but gun. Oh, sounded like she was in pain. No kidding. Thank him for his service for me, Sparky. But yeah, I'd say the big guns would be more damaging than loud motors. Oh my. Well, there you go, Sparky. You was wanting them pennies for vacation. Grab them. Okay. Tell him thanks for me and getting started. It was getting started that mentioned it first. I should have just as soon as you said he was back home. I am tickled to death he is. We uh, we got here at this hotel, and they're putting in planter boxes in front of the motel. And I told the guy, I said, I booked this like 2 weeks ago. Why didn't you tell me that there was going to be work going on? He said, well, we didn't know about it until this morning. I said, okay. He said, they just showed up, started working. All right. As long as they're not going to work here at night or start at 5 o'clock in the morning, we'll be fine. He said, nope. I told him they can't do anything until 9 a.m. I said, okay. With any luck, I'll be going by then. Okay, good night. Getting started. Okay, and good night, drunken one. I think that I'm going to turn in myself. So, like I said, I appreciate you all coming in and spend a little bit of time with me. And make sure that you check everybody's channel out. If you haven't showed channel recognition, please do, and they will back. Yeah, they're all long days. Okay. Thank you very much. So for now, may the peace and the power of the Lord be with you. Goodbye.